Welcome back to Nose for the Ball. I'm Nose here in Jacksonville for episode 3 of Rookie Watch. It is week 3 of the NFL season. Chris Hargrove and the Jets have traveled here for a soggy showdown with Sam Rhodes and a solid Jacksonville defense. It looks like it's going to be pouring rain all game long, but these two teams are fired up, as is this Duval crowd. Will this be a sloppy defensive struggle or a shootout despite the bad conditions? Whatever happens, both these teams have been very exciting to watch so far, so tune in to find out next. Also, don't ask how we got these highlight clips before the game started. Just go with it. The Jags are 1-1. They lost in Tennessee week 1, but Sam Rhodes didn't play much of that game. And then in week 2, they blew out the Texans in Houston. Definitely need to watch out for that defense, as they're top 5 in both rushing and passing yards allowed per game, although it's a little early to look at stats like that. Sam Rhodes, we've talked about before, Travis Etienne and Austin Ekeler, and then they've got a good receiving core led by Christian Kirk. Evan Ingram's still here, doing quite well for himself, and they've got a pretty solid offensive line, really just a small weakness at center. The front three don't look particularly strong. Devon Hamilton's pretty good in the middle, but mostly against the run. You have Odafe Owe on the edge. Foyesed Olukun, I honestly have no idea how to say that, in the middle. And then Trayvon Walker coming off the edge. He's developed pretty well. The overall isn't super high, but his ratings are in a place where I think he's just going to be really hard to play against in the pass rush. The cornerbacks group is headed by Tyson Campbell. Very good. Good enough behind him. Not amazing, but pretty good for how the Madden teams are usually composed. And then we've got two very good safeties back here. Despite that defense and the conditions in this game, we're going to try to pass the ball. You know, this season is about Chris Hargrove, not Breece Hall, as it might have appeared in the last episode. We want to pass the ball. The Jaguars open with a solid drive, ending in a field goal, so the Jets offense will take the field for the first time. Hargrove hands it off to Hall. He's up the middle, 9 yards, almost a first down. Great run for him. He's been incredible this year. I'm sure we'll be talking more about him post-game, either because he had another big day or because the Jaguars offense actually managed to slow him down. Hargrove play action boot, but he's going to run right into a blitzing Devin Lloyd. Throws it across his body off a lineman's helmet. Lucky to get nothing on that play. Third and short, no surprise here. They hand it off to Hall up the middle, and he's got another big gain. Before this game, Jacksonville said they really wanted to focus on stopping the run, and the Jets said they wanted to not be one-dimensional. That's not been the start here, as Hargrove drops a pass too much time. He loses the ball, but McClellan, the left guard, picks it up. Lucky for the Jets. So bad results on the first two dropbacks for the rookie quarterback, but now you feel like you need to pass on 2nd and 17. They will do so. It's thrown out wide to Wilson. He's outrunning Andre Sisco, finally knocked out of bounds by Chidobe Awuzie. That's a touchdown-saving tackle. That was a 36-yard completion, the first of the day. Great route by Wilson and a nice toss from Hargrove. They'll pass again on 2nd down here, and it's Wilson again inside the 10, broke a tackle, and the Jets will have 1st and goal. Jets in the gun again. Hargrove hands off to Hall. That looked like a read option, which would be a new wrinkle, but not very effective. 5 yards out now. Hargrove takes the snap, rolls right, throws right. That's Garrett Wilson again. He got open, found some space in the zone. It looked like Hargrove almost ran into his own lineman, but unlike the infamous play against the Patriots, it's an offensive touchdown on a bit of a wobbly throw from Chris Hargrove. Well, this time Jags kicker Trevor Nails, great name by the way, missed the long field goal, so the Jets will have great field position. Hargrove fakes the handoff, looks to throw, left sideline. Did he get his feet down? They'll say yes, that's a catch. Normally you'd like to see that ball come out a little earlier, but Hargrove had a very clean pocket, eventually made a strong throw and a great catch by Madison Samuel. Hargrove changing the play now, drops back to pass. He'll dump it right to Samuel. Samuel's going to turn upfield, outrun a couple, fighting through contact. Did he get in? No, they're going to say he's just short, but that's a really good effort on another nice play for Madison Samuel. Watching again, an easy pitch and catch, and then Samuel outruns Grant Delpit. He's known for that, but he fights through the tackle of Tyson Campbell. That's not what he's known for. He can't quite get into the end zone, but the Jets are going to have the ball on the 1, or maybe inside the 1 here. I think we all know where this ball is going, and there it is. Breece Hall walks right up the middle for the touchdown. On the ensuing drive, Jacksonville punts so that the Jets' 2-score lead is maintained. Hargrove under center, hands it off to Breece Hall. He cuts back up the middle and is close to a first down. He fights across. That is going to move the chains. It's the first successful run for the Jets in a little while. Hall has been contained a little bit more today. Hargrove will fake it this time. Waiting. He'll finally fire to Samuel. It looked like he was waiting for Wilson to come open, but it just didn't happen. Good first down pickup nonetheless. We'll see if New York tries to take a shot on second and short. Hargrove takes the snap. Looks like he will. Lloyd coming in hot. Hargrove gets the ball away. What a great sideline catch from Tyler Boyd. Jacksonville has an odd man rush on the left side here. Lloyd gets a hit on Hargrove again, but it leaves Trayvon Walker on coverage on Tyler Boyd. Maybe the best pressured throw we've seen from Chris Hargrove so far, and Tyler Boyd rewards him for it. Hargrove dropping to pass again, pressure coming through, he'll dump it to Andrew Drew, and that's going to be a short pickup. Jacksonville gets another run stop, so the Jets find themselves in third and long. Hargrove will drop back to pass, lots of pressure, he gets the ball away but nothing on it, and the Jets will punt. A great punt pinned the Jags at their own 4, but they drove 96 yards for a touchdown. Just like that, it's a 4-point game again. Hargrove will hand the ball off, but the Jags are really clamping up on that run game now. Jets come out in shotgun. Looks likely to be another pass. It is. Hargrove drops back. Interior pressure again. Hargrove again barely gets it away. With the run game slowed down, the Jets are getting into a lot more obvious passing situations, allowing the Jags to key in, getting to Hargrove a lot. Gets the pass away here, and Garrett Wilson plucks it out of the air. It looked like it could have been picked, but Wilson just made a better play, turned upfield for some extra yardage, and the Jets will hurry it up here as we get close to the 2-minute warning. Hargrove hands it off. Hall is going to get up here. The Jags were not expecting it that time. Just like that, New York will be in plus territory at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 9, it looked like Jacksonville might get the ball back with enough time to take the lead before half. Instead, Jets back in the driver's seat. Hargrove throws up to Samuel. What a catch by the second-year player. Samuel's been great so far this year, but that's not something we often see from him. We're going to have to see that again. The Jets sideline seems stunned by their own teammate. Not a great throw from Hargrove. He probably needed to get this more outside, but Samuel just goes up and gets it. That's a one-handed snag in the rain. Andre Sisco was right there providing good physical coverage too. That's just an I'm better than you play from Madison Samuel. Hargrove gonna throw it up to him again, but that one's out the back of the end zone. Second down, Jets still passing. Hargrove lofting it up towards Wilson, but it's good coverage by Awuzie. Third down now, after 2 completions, the Jets are suddenly at risk of giving the Jags the ball back with all their timeouts. Hargrove rolling out right. He's going to throw, gets crushed, but Wilson's got it down at the 2-yard line. Great play from both. Jets running the clock at the 2, Jags letting it run. Hall fights up the middle, that's his second touchdown of the day. Time runs out on the Jags in the first half, so the Jets will get it back to start the second. Hargrove is under center. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Breece Hall, and he gets a couple yards, but not far. Second down now. Hall gonna go up the middle again. He's fighting for every yard he's getting today. The Jets need 2 yards now to continue the drive. We'll see if the Jaguars are aggressive as they've been throughout this game. Hargrove making changes. He'll take the snap, drop back, and an easy pitch and catch to Madison Samuel to move the chains. Run game still not clicking for New York like it has the first 2 weeks of the season. We'll see if they try it again here. No, it's a play fake. Hargrove's got time, throws to Wilson, but Awuzie knocks it away. It's going to be another longer yardage third down for the Jets. We didn't see a lot of this for them the first 2 weeks. Hargrove throws quickly, and that was dangerous. It didn't look like he and Wilson were on the same page. Ben Anderson pinned the Jags at the 4 again, and this time they didn't manage the first down, so they'll punt it back. Jets handing it off to Hall here. He's weaving into the second level, gets a big first down across midfield already. First down for the Jets on the logo. Hargrove settles in under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got time, waiting for something to come open. Boyd wide open, makes the catch near the 25, tries a juke, and is brought down inside the 15. The veteran wideout certainly isn't getting as much offensive focus as Wilson or Samuel, but he makes big plays when he gets the ball. They try a jet sweep to Wilson now, but he has to fight through contact to get anywhere. Boyd, though, seems to take advantage of the attention the other receivers get and gets wide open sometimes for really easy, big gains. We saw it there. Hall now takes his handoff to the left, racing towards the pylon. Andre Sisco trying to stop him. Did he get in? Yes, that's the 3rd touchdown of the day for Breece Hall. The Jags have 2 consecutive 3-and-outs to start the second half. Very surprising. In the first half, they weren't exactly consistent. Drives often ended with some long third downs they got themselves into, but they did move the ball. A bad punt didn't help, and now the Jacksonville defense is going to fight to keep the team alive. Hargrove takes the pass. He's going to load up and fire deep on this one, but that's covered, knocked away from Samuel. I couldn't tell if he was throwing to Samuel or missed Boyd, who was wide open. Either way, 3rd and long now. Hargrave surveying the defense. He'll take the snap. Rolls out, dumps it off to Boyd. Boyd is going to turn upfield. He'll fight through a tackle and just get the first down. Savvy veteran aware of that marker. Breece Hall is out wide right as the Jets come out in the empty set after a short first down pickup. Hargrove will drop to throw. Fires down the middle, and that's double Drew, his first big catch of the day. He looks fired up about that one. It was a nice route from him. Jets probably haven't seen as much from Drew as they'd hoped in the passing game. He hasn't been great at getting open thus far, and has dropped some contested catches as well. Hargrove adjusting the play, and this will allow Hall to run out for his first big run in a while. Crosses the 100-yard mark to boot. Hargrove in the gun takes the snap. Fires middle. Samuel's got it, but he's going to be down at the 1. It's the 3rd time today a Jets receiver has been down at the 1 or the 2. They'll come out in the goal line set again. You have to assume run. But no, it's a fake. Hargrove throwing up to Conklin, and that's intercepted by Odafe Owe, a pass rusher. Breece Hall makes the tackle. No, he doesn't. He can't. It's Kai Becton. Flag down as well. This is going to go against the Jets. Jamari Salyer was like 5 yards into the end zone blocking for some reason. This play was sloppier than the field conditions. You've got 2 linemen running out trying to catch the ball, while double Drew is blocking. Tyler Conklin comes out of the fullback position, and Hargrove tries to throw it up to him, but just doesn't get it up. You could maybe argue Conklin needs to fight for that more, but that ball is not where it needs to be. Not to mention the left tackle forgot it wasn't a run play. Quinnen Williams got a huge sack on 3rd and 1, stalling the Jags. They did kick a field goal though, so it's a 2-score game early in the 4th quarter. Hall gets 4 yards on first down. Now Hargrove fakes to him. He's going to roll out right. Waiting, throws downfield finally. Didn't really set his feet, but a great throw to Wilson. He's going to make a move and get all the way down to the 32. That's 39 yards. Hargrove breaks 300 in a game for the first time, dropping back to pass again, but Odafe Owe is going to hit him, and that ball's going to land incomplete. Jets come out empty. Hargrove in the gun, takes the snap, rolling out right again, dumps it off to Breece Hall, and he's going to fight. He's got a first down. Hall's been stuffed a lot today, so he finds success through the air. Instead, Hargrove's going to throw it wide, and that's intercepted again. Madison Samuel, what are you doing out there? That's 4th-year corner Justin Sloan with nobody around him. Kai Becton giving chase. Samuel's actually catching up, but far too late, and that's a huge swing in this game. Given what we can see on the replay here, this was probably the right read, but just thrown way too late. You never want to throw late outside. This is what happens. But if Samuel's paying attention here, this is probably at least a tackle, if not incomplete. Jags opt not to go for 2. Jets have it in good field position after a penalty. Breece Hall to the left for a small gain. 2nd down now. Play action again. Hargrove scanning, rolling, fires, and just missed Tyler Conklin. This is getting to be reminiscent of the Patriots game in Week 1 where the Jets got out to a big lead, but some mistakes by Hargrove in the second half allowed a near comeback. He'll throw this up to Samuel again, and that's another great catch. Bit of a breakout week for him in that regard. Of course, still wishing he hadn't sprinted out of bounds at the end of the last drive. Hall takes this one up the middle. Good blocking, fighting through a tackle. He's close to another first down. Hargrove coming out in the shotgun likely means another pass play. He'll take the snap. It is indeed a pass. He's going to throw over the middle to Wilson, who's got plenty of separation. 13 yards and a Jets first down. We've seen Lloyd on a blitz unblocked several times today. Not sure if that's a coaching thing or an adjustment Hargrove needs to be making at the line, but we'll see how they address it next week. Here's another run for Hall, and it does look like the Jags' run defense is finally wearing down. Jets now have Wilson in the backfield. This is a formation that's been gaining popularity all around the NFL. Hargrove scanning. Lofts left to Samuel. That should have been a touchdown, but he missed him. 3rd and goal. New York trying to take a 2-score lead again. Still in the gun. Hargrove takes the snap. Fires to the back of the end zone. That's a great catch by Double Drew. Working against safety Grant Delpit here. Turns him around a little bit. Gets the inside lane. Delpit recovers well, but a really nice catch for Drew, and I think his first touchdown of the year on a dart from Hargrove. Jags do get a scoring drive. Involves a clutch 4th down catch by Evan Ingram. Still no 2-point try though, as Hall will run it to the 2-minute warning. Jets come out in shotgun. Jags pack the box with defenders anyways. It's read option again. This time Hargrove keeps it, finds some space, got a nice block there. Couldn't slide, but he did get 9 yards into first down. Jags take their first time out. This set of downs might be the last hope for Jacksonville here. Hall will take it. We'll fight through some contact. Still fighting. He's almost got that first down. Second timeout called by Jacksonville. 2nd and 1. Last gasp for the Jaguars. Hargrove settles in under center, hands it to Hall, and he is uncontested for the first down. The hole closed quickly, and the Jags call a timeout, but that won't matter. That's the ball game. Hargrove finishing it out in victory formation for the 3rd time in as many games. Great success for the rookie in his first 3 starts. We've definitely seen some mistakes, some costly ones in this one, a lot of trouble under pressure, but this one was the definition of a good team win. Certainly the most yards in a game for Chris Hargrove thus far by quite a bit. Completion percentage pretty good as well. Did have the 2 interceptions to go with the 2 touchdowns. I think his teammates could have helped him out a little more on those, but ultimately those aren't him. Breece Hall had a nice day, a lot less efficient. He really did still have a ton of carries today, but you're not going to break 200 every day. Nothing over 20 yards this week, so the Jags did contain him pretty well. Etienne and Rhodes had kind of a dual threat attack here, probably a lot of read option. Wilson and Samuel both had huge days, both bailed out Hargrove a couple times. Samuel would have liked to see him help out Hargrove a little more in that interception. Drew got involved, Boyd got involved, not a lot, but they did have big plays and some big moments. A lot of TFLs in this game for the Jets. I noticed that leading to long third drives that the Jags could convert a lot in this game, so that was important. Only 1 sack apiece for each team. Despite a lot of pressure on Hargrove, he did have a number of incompletions where he was hit though. Despite some struggles, a lot of what we wanted to see from Hargrove today, he made a lot of nice throws under pressure. Weather didn't seem to affect him at all. The receivers certainly made some great catches, but weren't great at getting open in the rain today. Before we get into week 4, I just wanted to show the first mock draft, which comes out in week 3. I do want to be able to kind of preview who we might be able to look at for next year. I was very surprised when this mock came out. As you might have noticed, very few top 5s showing up. This is our second one at 22. It's a really strange mock draft, so I don't know if a bunch of these guys are going to be busts or what. I guess we'll find out. You can see that this top 10 is stacked with 2 positions. Wide receivers take over the whole top 3, and then 4 corners plus a safety behind that. But it's the number 10 projected player who goes first, then the number 5 offensive tackle going second, and then we don't get another top 5 player in this mock until number 22, the number 1 guy, Jabari Harrison. The number 2 guy, Colin Crocker, doesn't even show up in this mock. Safety Marcus Reddick did go number 4 in the mock, but all the other cornerbacks are dropping to the teens and 20s. I have to assume that means those guys just don't have that great of true talent ratings. When I'm rebuilding, I don't usually pay much attention to the early season mocks, so I don't know that for sure. Usually mock drafts in September are just taking the guys with the most hype, which is what projected talent is essentially, and then pretty much in order passing them out to the teams with whatever draft order you're using. I'll go through it again in a second here for you. This is just really strange to me. I guess it could just be that there aren't a lot of teams that are needy at receiver and corner, and so they're passing on them, but I don't know. That just seems unlikely that there would be so many passing, especially no receivers until 22. We'll find out eventually. In the meantime, I am controlling the scouting just so that we can see who we might be playing as next year in Rookie Watch. It builds some hype, at least for me, to see what our possibilities might be. Before week 4, I decided to move the clock down to 11 minutes from 12. I just decided that we were getting a few too many plays always on the high end every game, and I think that's because simming the defensive drives just doesn't take as much time off the clock as it should. Put weekly training on manual too, which I'll talk about shortly, but first, let's take a look at Breece Hall's stats. You can see he's already got a ton of yards on the season, a lot of touchdowns. It's just too consistently this many. He's getting a lot of attempts when I feel I just have to hand it off to him. Auto subs don't seem to be doing a lot, and I think it's just because he gets a lot of chunk plays and then we pass the ball, so he's not getting super gassed. Let's move on to looking at the rosters, though. Thomas Rosenberg was drafted this year. Hasn't done too much yet. Not super efficient, but he's a rookie. I believe he was a 2nd round pick. Looks like he didn't play in the second game. I'm not sure if he was hurt. My kind of guess is just that his morale got dinged after that first game, and it was enough that they actually put him in the second spot until the other quarterback did poorly, and they both had negative morale. But that's just a guess. We'll see what he does today. He's got hidden dev, which is nice for him, but he does definitely have that scrambler archetype, and the passing ratings need to go a long way. But for being picked at like number 35 overall, I definitely think that the Broncos are going to get their money worth with Thomas Rosenberg. At running back, they still have Javonte Williams, has developed well. I hope he stays healthy enough in real life to get to this point. Jerry Jeudy still here. John Pierce has taken over Cortland Sutton as the number 2 guy, but a really good receiving core here. That'll be nice for that rookie quarterback. Not a whole lot going on at tight end, kind of the weak spot of their receiving lineup. Decent offensive line. They all seem to be like a few guys in the low 80s, maybe one really good guy, and then a guy in the 70s. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but when I did the 5-year sim, I left the XP sliders at default, and the ratings around the league seem a little depressed. The guys drafted in this series haven't developed quite as much across the board as I'd like, and so I've just bumped them up all to 110. Anyways, a couple of pretty good players on the line, nothing crazy. We do have a couple of really fast middle linebackers, but not super high rated. And then there's Baron Browning here. Not super intimidated by this linebacking core, but we'll see how they play in game. Surtain, though, is going to be the guy to watch out for, up to a 99, 95 speed. They've also got the number 3 overall pick, Terrell Posey, who is not quite as fast, but he's going to be really good in this league. Looks awesome. Just taking a peek at him here. Hidden dev, of course. Really solid ratings across the board. If not for Chris Hargrove, I might be playing as this guy. I think he was drafted at 80 overall. I could be wrong. It might have been 79. Or maybe, well, I don't think the AI will upgrade the secondary archetypes, but I don't know. Anyway, CJ Henderson is here. He's an okay third corner. Justin Simmons has dropped off, but he's still here. Also have Jordan Fuller. It's a pretty good secondary overall, but not amazing behind Surtain. Mike McDaniel going to give Chris Hargrove some love here. Certainly hasn't been perfect so far, but obviously really productive for a rookie. This definitely is a Jets team that, much like the team now, which traded for Aaron Rodgers finally while I was working on this episode, was truly a quarterback away. We hear that a lot, and it's not always true. However, it certainly seems to be true for these Jets, who have already matched their win total from last year. It does help, of course, to have a new coach in the building as well, using some of those players better. But watching them now, you gotta wonder how bad Zach Wilson was last year. Now, you're wondering why I'm talking about this while looking at tight ends. Last game, I discovered that there were only 2 tight ends on the roster, so I added a third, and it turned out we didn't even have the roster spot filled. I just looked for, a backup caliber guy who's good at run blocking. Not trying to make sweeping changes to this roster, just trying to make it make sense. Of course, whenever you have a roster move, Madden decides to change your depth chart. Tight ends were fine, but I did have to go ahead and fix receivers because they put Garrett Wilson in the slot again and everything. The other thing it did is it moved Mekhi Becton to the left side, and we had a backup tackle who was like an 80 overall, who I actually considered moving around, but it was like, hey, the AI set this roster, so, we'll just go with that. But I guess me taking over prevented it from resetting again, but doing it this way does make our line better overall, because Jamari Salyer is no longer starting, and he was starting to bother me, so that's fine. After traveling to Jacksonville last week to take down the Jaguars in the rain, the New York Jets will host the Denver Broncos in another damp affair. It's a battle of 2 rookie quarterbacks, the number 1 overall pick, Chris Hargrove, and second rounder, Thomas Rosenberg. Both have shown flashes to various degrees, but neither has been without mistakes. Both teams have a solid set of skill players around the quarterback, hopefully helping them out, but these are a couple of strong defenses, and we'll see what they're able to do against each other in these conditions. Coming up next, it's week 4 of Chris Hargrove. Ben Johnson puts the Broncos' first drive to an abrupt end with an interception. We'll see if Chris Hargrove can do better than his counterpart, as he'll get some RPO action for a first down. Garrett Wilson trying to keep that 100 yards per game pace. Jets already in field goal territory, or maybe on the edge of it in this weather. Hargrove under center. Hand off to Hall. Becton with a pancake, and that's a big lane for Breece Hall. First down, Jets. Becton destroyed first-round pick Terrell Posey on that play. 1st and 10 again. Hargrove will drop back this time. Throws to the right. Boyd's got it. He's going to fight through some contact to be close to another first down. 2nd and short. Hargrove trying to make some adjustments. Looks like he's not liking what he sees. Clock is running down. We've got Jets moving around, and I think they're just going to call a timeout here, and they do. Not a good use of that first timeout, but they have to avoid the delay of game. 2nd and short once more. Hargrove in the gun. Will take the snap, drops back, throws left to Wilson. That's inside the 5, 1st and goal. Hargrove is making some adjustments again. Not sure what he's seeing in this Broncos defense that he doesn't like, but he's certainly reacting to it. Makes another change, drops back, throws left, easy touchdown to Garrett Wilson. Don't know why he needed to make so many changes if Garrett Wilson was just going to get wide open in one-on-one coverage. Denver is going to have to find a way to not leave that pitch and catch so wide open at the goal line. The Broncos drive all the way down the field and then have a field goal blocked. So the Jets have the ball back deep inside their own territory. Hargrove will fake the handoff, throws this one left to Wilson, and he's got it on the comeback route. Hargrove will take the snap under center. Handoff left, Breece Hall, and he's into the open field. Terrell Posey chasing, not going to catch him, and Breece Hall has a house call. He's been doing it all season. You wondered with the speed that the Broncos have on defense if he'd have big runs like this today, but he's got one, and that's kind of what he's been doing all season, getting one big run, maybe two, and then being just really efficient with every other carry. You can see Patrick Surtain, fastest guy in the Broncos defense, couldn't quite catch up here. We'll see what he did. It kind of looks like he just took a bad angle and got washed out of the play. Rosenberg gets his first touchdown pass of the day, so Broncos keep it a one-score game. Hargrove under center. Looks like he's trying to coordinate something down there. Finally takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Looking for somebody. He's going to dump it off, but that was just a little bit of a mess. 2nd and 10, passing again. This time he's going to go up to Samuel, and he makes an excellent one-handed grab over the shoulder. That was quite pretty. 1st down Jets. After a nice 1st down carry for Breece Hall, we're going to have 2nd and inches. Hargrove fakes the handoff. Now rolling out of a clean pocket. He'll fire, and it's offline to Garrett Wilson. They pick up the 1st down on a run play instead. Now passing on 1st down again. Hargrove scanning the field. He'll fire late. He was getting hit. That's dangerous, but drops harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and 5 now after a 2nd down run. Hargrove scanning the field. Bailing out to his left. Throws to Breece Hall. And Hall powers. Where are they going to mark this? That's a 1st down. Let's watch the replay. Hargrove doesn't have a whole lot open here. Maybe could have gone up the seam to Wilson, but it's dangerous. Some interior pressure, scrambles out left. We haven't seen him do this successfully a lot. Throws kind of across his body, and Breece Hall just does the rest. 1st and 10, right at the edge of the red zone now. Hargrove's going to pass. Throws towards a corner. Drew could not make the catch or stay in bounds. There is a flag down, though, and that's going to be roughing the passer. Where did that come from? Looks like this was the left end, Taquan Graham. Kind of an unfortunate play for him. He's getting double-teamed, splits it, and just runs right into Hargrove. The Jets move up to the 10. Hargrove is under center. He's going to pass again. We'll dump it to Samuel. There's some green in front of him, but Patrick Surtain catches up quickly. Big packages in on both sides of the ball at the 4-yard line here. Hargrove drops to pass and throws it, and that's right off Tyler Conklin's helmet. Could have been intercepted. Ugly play. 3rd and goal passing. Hargrove finds Samuel, but he's going to be short. Just went down right before the goal line. Kicking team stays on the sideline, though. Offense is going to go for it. Jets want to make this a 2-touchdown game again. QB sneak, and Hargrove is stuffed. So Thomas Rosenberg and the Broncos are going to come out at their own 1-yard line now. I don't know what happened on that play. That's a strike against the rookie center, Danny Lloyd. He just doesn't block anyone. Denver did get out of the shadow of their own end zone, but can't get much further. A good punt, though. Jets are deep in their own territory. Hall will run left. He's got a couple good blocks. He's at least going to flip the field on this one. Finally chased out of bounds, but he's across midfield. Huge play for Breece Hall again. Feels like the Jets offense has spent all day in plus territory as Hargrove will fake the pass. Will throw it out to Samuel, who'll cut up field. Takes a shot, but he's got a 13-yard gain. 1st and 12 after an offensive holding call downfield on a run. Hargrove will pass this time. Gets it out to Wilson. He spins off a tackle, fighting forward. I think he's got first down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning. The Jets will remain in the gun with time running down. Hargrove passing again. Throws towards the end zone. Samuel makes the catch, and they're going to call that a touchdown. What a play by Madison Samuel. Been showing off his hands the last couple of weeks. I think we've got to see that one again. It's a beautiful throw towards the front pylon, not what you usually see, but strong hands from Samuel. He holds onto this ball. They're going to review it, but it'll stand. Denver went 3 and out very quickly. Jets will have the opportunity to take a couple shot plays, and it looks like they will. Hargrove loads up. He's throwing it downfield to Breece Hall, but that one never had a chance. Just lucky it wasn't picked. Looks like they might take another shot here, but maybe a broken play and Hargrove gets walloped. You don't like to see that. Broncos will take a timeout. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Madison Samuel, what are you doing? It's not halftime yet, buddy. Come back. Madison? 3rd and very long. Jets will just run it, and Hall's getting nowhere on that one. Broncos will get the ball back with very little time left, though. Unsurprisingly, Denver ran out of time to do anything with the ball at the end of the half. Jets open the second half with a couple of runs. Now 3rd and 1, they'll pass. Hargrove scrambling now. He'll pick up the first down and slide safely. Another holding call in this game. Maybe the new offensive line configuration leading to some confusion. Play action, and Hargrove is looking for somewhere to throw to. He'll roll out to his left. Sets and fires an accurate pass, but Boyd can't hold on. 3rd and long now. Clean pocket. Hargrove throws up a prayer to Madison Samuel. No chance for that one, though. The Broncos make it a one-score game again. The Jets will try not to give them the ball back, but that's still the case. Hargrove hands off to Hall. He's got a block from Drew, and he's going to run downfield. He's up to the 40-yard line. That's a good start to the drive. The downpour in this game has been relentless. No stopping at all. But the offenses have been pretty effective. Hargrove will fake it here. Plenty of time. He fires downfield. Samuel takes a hit he was not expecting, but he holds on. Big play. 23 yards that time. The Jets seem to get a lot of pass plays in that range. Hargrove throwing again. He's got plenty of time. He'll fit it into Wilson. Garrett's got some space. His momentum's going to carry him all the way down to the 7. That was a bullet through a pretty tight window. 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Hargrove looking for Wilson again, but it's out the back of the end zone. Jets have been throwing the ball a lot in this game. We'll see if they do it again. They will. Looks like slants. Hargrove finding nothing. Rolls out right. Throws as he's hit. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 7. Hargrove drops back. Slips. Fires and missed Wilson. Jets take their field goal and then force another punt. Deep in their own territory again. Hall gets another handoff. Nice hole through the left side. Fights off a would-be tackler. He's up to the 25. Run stop leads to 2nd and 10. Hargrove will pass this time. Gets the ball away, but I think his arm was hit, and that's not going to go anywhere. Looks like Breece Hall is taking a breather. Just kidding. He's in the game on 3rd down. Jets trying to convert this 3rd and long. They'll pass again. Hargrove launches a deep ball, and it's hard to overthrow Madison Samuel, but he just did. Javonte Williams immediately took it to the house, 75 yards, so we've got a 3-point game again. Hargrove in the empty set throwing, behind him a bit, but a nice catch. He's tackled right on the NFL logo. After a nice first down run, the Jets have 2nd and 4. Hargrove is under center. He'll fake the handoff. Got plenty of time again. Throws it up, and that's off target for Wilson, and he almost makes the catch anyways. 3rd down. Jets go empty for the 2nd time on this drive, but a formation I don't think we've seen this year. Blitz coming, dumped off. That's Javon Kitchen. I don't think we've heard his name, but he's got speed, and he's up inside the 30. Jets hurrying it up. They've got a personnel mismatch. We'll dump it over the middle, and that's Kitchen again. He breaks a tackle. Nice sequence for him as the Jets will hurry it up once more. It's 2nd and inches. Hargrove drops the throw. He's going to roll outside, throws it towards the end zone, and that's knocked away. That was Kitchen again, who was open until the last second. We'll see if he gets more usage as the season wears on. Hargrove scanning the field, and Madison Samuel fell down. Lucky that wasn't an interception. It'll be 2nd and 10. Hargrove throws left. He's got Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. They love those corner routes. Works to perfection there. Once again, New York has a 2-score lead. Broncos can't convert 4th and long. Jets have great field position. 2nd down. Samuel in motion. Hargrove fakes to Samuel. Fakes to Hall. Now he'll throw. Now he'll bail out of the pocket. Not throwing. Rolling out. Now he throws. Got creamed and it's incomplete. Making some dangerous over-aggressive plays today. Hasn't really cost him so far, at least not in terms of turnovers, but they'll want to clean that up. Throwing on 3rd and 5 now. He'll get it out to Breece Hall on the drag route. That's going to be a 1st down. Nice catch and run by Breece Hall. It's 1st and goal, and Hall will take it. He'll power his way into the end zone through Justin Simmons. That's going to be a touchdown and pretty much the dagger. The Broncos got into the end zone again, but the drive took a long time, and to make matters worse, they had a face mask after failing to recover the onside kick. Some indecision in the backfield for Breece Hall, but he'll still pick up a few yards. Broncos call a timeout, and they're going to need a stop here. 2nd and 4, another handoff, no surprise. Hall picks it up, and a lot more. That's going to be game. I don't know why the Broncos are calling timeout here. They're just delaying the inevitable. But it will mean the Jets are going to have to keep calling plays. Hall takes this one. He breaks inside. Denver takes its last timeout, so the Jets still won't be able to kneel it out. They're going to have to run more plays. It's going to be play action. Not seeing anything, rolling out. He finally sets his feet, and Hargrove's hit as he throws. Well, you don't want the clock to stop, and you certainly don't want your rookie quarterback to take extraneous hits, so an odd decision there. 1st down ends the game, though, so they will throw the ball again. This time, Hargrove will just scramble, and he slides short of the end zone, just trying to avoid contact on that one. But now they come out in goal line, not victory formation. Hargrove takes the snap, he'll dive forward, and that's a touchdown. Boy, is Mike McDaniel ever going to get questions about this one. Time runs out on the Broncos. The New York Jets have officially eclipsed their win total from last year. They went 3-14, now they're 4-0. Lots to love all over this offense. We talked to McDaniel. He said if the Broncos were going to manage the clock like it was a close game and continue to make them run offensive plays, they were going to run their offense and call it like it was a close game. The QB sneak, though, he just wanted to see Danny Lloyd make a block. A lot of passes today from the rookies. Thomas Rosenberg had a lot of production, did have the one early interception. Low completion rating for both of these quarterbacks. I'm sure the rain played a factor in that. We also saw Chris Hargrove a little too aggressive at times, trying to play a little too much hero ball. Did pick up 3 touchdowns in the air, plus 1 on the ground, but I think he is lucky that there were no turnovers. Javonte Williams had a big game, 2 touchdowns, including the 75-yarder that got the Broncos back in this one late before the Jets blew it open again. Breece Hall, though, eclipsed him. More yards, fewer carries, same number of touchdowns. Lots of offensive production for both teams. Just not a good day for the defenses, it seemed. No receivers over 100 yards today, not quite. Wilson and Samuel both in the 90s. All 3 of the Jets' receiving touchdowns between them. Both quarterbacks spread the ball around a lot today. That's one area you could argue is a weakness for Hargrove now. He's just not getting the ball outside his top 2 receivers much. We saw Javon Kitchen get involved. He was exciting. Double Drew, only 1 catch, but it was a big conversion. Chris Hargrove didn't have a huge game in terms of yardage. Ironically, I think he was trying to do too much with the ball at times and otherwise would have had it. But it was tough conditions today, and you can't say he hasn't elevated the team. I mean, they're doing so much better than last year. Not only in the passing game, but teams are more worried about Hargrove's arm, and it's opening stuff up in the run game as well. That's going to do it for this one. I'm going to make some more settings changes before the next game, but we'll get into that next episode because this is going on pretty long. But we did have a lot of action in this one, so hey, it makes sense. If you got this far, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you've got any feedback for this series or ways that you think I could do it better, I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments. I'm having a ton of fun making these videos. Hopefully someone out there is getting as much fun out of them as I am, but I'm certainly going to keep doing them because I just really like the idea. I think it's awesome. Till next time, I'm Nose. See you next time against the Patriots and Cowboys.